Christina here from Getting Crafty. Today I'm going to show you how to make these pretty origami flowers out of some DSP, cardstock, and just some floral things that you can get from any craft store. So you're going to need 2 pieces of green floral wire. I used about 5 inches on each piece. Some floral tape that can also be bought at any craft store. A piece, you can use either a skewer or a stick or anything you want to use that you can use for a stem. I got this at the craft store as well. A large oval punch. You'll want to punch out 4 pieces of green cardstock for your leaves. A bone folder, your paper crimper, some sticky strip, and your paper snips. You will also want to pick out your designer series paper. You will want 5 squares of 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 pieces. You can make them any size you want as long as they are completely square. The very first time, you can see this is double-sided, but the very first time you fold it, you're going to want to fold from corner to corner diagonally. And whatever one you decide to fold first, as I am folding now, this will be the outside of my flower. This will be the inside of my flower. So decide which piece side you want to be the inside and the outside. So you go ahead and fold it diagonally, as I said, from corner to corner, and then you will have a triangle. Go ahead and take this corner and match it up to this corner by just folding it up. Make sure that your creases are all very nicely done, and then fold your second corner up just as you did the first one to make another little tiny square. Okay? So you took your corners from your triangle and put one up and the other up. Now this is where this tricky part comes in. You want to take this corner and fold it back to where your edge here matches up with this edge here and is nice and even. So you just want to take it and fold it in half and match up those edges. Okay? Go ahead and make that nice crease. You want to do the same thing with this side. Go ahead and fold it in half and match up the edges. So it looks kind of like an old samurai emblem or hat. Then you want to take these triangles and open it up a little bit and stick your finger in there and wiggle it open to where this part stays flat, and then just open it to where it's flat like this, and go ahead and press it down with your bone folder. You want to do that on each side. Just open it up. If you can get your fingers to work better than mine, that would probably be a benefit. Just open it up and flatten it out. Okay? There you go. Now you want to take this end here and fold it down. And again, you want to do that on both sides. And you just want it to be even, nice and flat, okay? So that it looks like this. Now, as you can see, you can fold this piece in half and have it go back up. And fold that one up, and fold that one up, okay? And make sure it's nice and crisp. This is where the sticky strip comes in now. You'll want a small piece. not very big at all, maybe a quarter of an inch. Go ahead and stick that on either side, it doesn't matter. Get it on there really well, and then take off the red protective part, and go ahead and fold it in half. Match up your two sides at the top and on the edges here. Squish them together to make sure that the sticky strip adheres to the other side very well. And then you can just kind of squish it open, and there is one of the one of the buds to your flower. Okay? As you go along, you'll want to take another small piece of sticky strip and stick it along the edge, just on one side, and rub it down. Okay, then you can set that piece aside for now. Then you want to go ahead and take your stick, and you want a good piece of sticky strip, probably about 3/4 of an inch to an inch. And I have one that has a tip on it, and I don't really want it to go down like this to where anybody can get hurt. So I'm going to go ahead and stick the flower at that end. And just go ahead and stick it on there and take the red protectant off. There we go. And you want to do that for both sides of the stick. So I put it on this side. Now I want to roll it over and do this side. And it doesn't matter if there's extra on the end. If yours is pointed like mine, that's quite alright. Okay. Then I already pre-made all my petals. So you just want to take it, there's the end right there, and just stick that in the middle and stick your petal on. Okay? And you want to just keep doing that. Each one will have it on this side, so the piece that has the sticky strip on this side will adhere to the piece that doesn't have any sticky strip. And you just want to go ahead and line them up on the top and in the middle and kind of squish them together to get them to stick. And you want to do this with all 5 of your pieces. Now all 5 of your pieces may not stick onto the stick part, but that's quite alright. But you can see the flower starting to form. And you just do this with all 5 pieces. Okay, so there's the 4th one. Now the 5th one you have to be a little bit careful, because that one you have sticky strip going on this piece and this piece going onto the other side of this petal. So you can kind of spread them apart a little bit, stick that one in there, and stick that one in there, and then just push it all back together. And it'll go back together nice. Okay? So there's the flower part of it with all of your petals. And you can see how the inside is pink, which was the inside that I chose, which was the back side of this DSP that is blue. Okay? So now go ahead and set that aside, and you want to take your 4 ovals and fold them in half. Okay? So that they look like this. And then take your paper crimper and stick the oval in there and send it all the way through till it comes out the other side. Okay? And then I usually start about halfway and take my paper snips and just kind of curve it over and then make a point at the end so that when you open it, it looks like a leaf. Okay? And the texture with the paper crimper gives it that extra little, I don't know, leaf kind of a look. When you get all 4 of them done, you want to take 2 of them and put sticky strip on 2 of them. You can put it the whole length or you can just put it part way, it doesn't really matter. But you want to go ahead and do that, and then bring your stick back in, and this is where the wire pieces come in. You want to figure out where you want your petals at, or your leaves at, I'm sorry, and just wrap the wire around until it's where you like it. Now this end piece might stick out a little bit, but if you lay it down kind of and squish it down with the side of your scissors, it lays down pretty nice. And then go ahead and do it with your other piece. Move that down a little. And with the wire, it doesn't matter if you move it or anything like that because it's so nice and easy to bend that you don't really have to worry about it, because it'll bend right back to the place where you want it to go. Okay, so I have my 2 pieces of wire on there, and then you take your floral tape, which does come in different colors. I just used green because it's springtime, but I take it and I place the end of the stick right on there and kind of just smush it around so that the end of the stick doesn't show. And then I wrap it around once at the bottom so that I can cover up any showing of the stick. And then you just kind of roll it up and keep it kind of tight, because the tighter you keep it, the better it's going to stick to the stick, if that doesn't sound funny enough. And just keep rolling it around. When you get to the top where these parts stick out of the wire, just go ahead and roll it around, and then when you come back around and it's supposed to go over the wire, just push the wire down a little bit and roll it over like this. See how it connects to where it doesn't even look like anything? And then you can push it back up. So they are very easy to work with this wire. So here comes the second one. Go ahead and roll it around. See? And then push it back down a little bit. And then when you roll it back up, you can bring it back up. Okay? You just go all the way to the top. And I didn't do very well with getting this to look perfect around the bottom of the petals. So what I did is I just rolled it around a couple of times to make it look like the budding base of a flower, or at least tried to. And I just did that a few times, and then with this tape it's pretty nice because all you have to do is pull it a little bit and it'll come right off, and then just twist it around and it'll stick right on there. Okay? You don't even have to use glue or anything with it. And just as a warning, your fingers will get sticky. So bend those back into shape, and then go back to your leaves. Go ahead and take off the red protectant off the sticky strip one and stick the wire right in the center over the sticky strip so that it will stick onto the leaf. And then you take one that does not have any sticky strip and lay that one right over the top so it's nice and clean and nobody can really see your wire except for at the base. Okay? And just stick it together. You can bend the leaf however you want with the wire in there to make it look however you want it to. And it doesn't matter how many leaves you put on. You can put none, you can put 1, you can put 3, whatever you decide to put on here. Just remember that with each leaf, if you wanted to have it to that clean look, you want to have 2 leaves for each stem. Okay? So, and you just put it right over the top. Okay? And your flower is complete. Just bend it the way you desire. Okay? All done. I'm glad that you came to stamp with me. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you need any more help, please feel free to contact me. I'm happy to help. Happy stamping, everyone. Have a great day.